Hey everybody, this is Jessica Lynn from Jessica Lynn Original Studios, and today I want to share with you the hotel that we stayed at when we went to Disneyland California. Now, we originally had looked at staying on Disney property, and we would have had to, because of costs, bring down the number of days that we were there. And so we decided that we would look at one of the hotels that is right across the street. And I literally will take you on that walk. So we decided to book the Courtyard Anaheim theme park entrance hotel, and we were so pleasantly surprised. I have so many cool things I have to show you about this hotel. It's very budget conscious. Now, I'm not going to say it's inexpensive because, for example, here in Wisconsin, I could get a hotel room for between $150 to $200. This one typically is about $200 to $300, which compared to some of the Disneys, which are $400, $500, and $600, this could give you a couple of extra nights. And that's kind of what we decided, because it sort of offset itself between costs and then park tickets to be able to go and enjoy our time. Now, I want to show you a little bit about it. Now, this is their website, and I'll put it down below. But I loved it, and it looked just like this. Literally, it looked just like this. Room, just like this. Now, that was not the view that we had, but it does look just like this. And I will take you on a tour. It also has a water park. So if you have a family, phenomenal. It was so much fun. Let me just show you again. Now, one of the things I do want to show you, and I will show you what the rooms look like. If you go on the Disneyland website, you can actually book this as one of the options. And that's what we did. We made it a package deal. We saved a little bit. But you could go in, especially if you had Marriott points or something, and you could get this. Now, I want to show you what the room looks like. And I'm actually going to take you into the room too, because I filmed that. But there were 2 beds, a really great little eat-in nook area, and 2 bunk beds, which I loved. Typically when we go to Disney World, we end up with just the 2 queen-size beds, and we make it work. Or if we stay at one of the DVCs, sometimes we'll get a larger bed with another bedroom. But again, for the cost, this was great. The kids loved having their own bunk bed, their own space. One does kick a little bit, so the other one was really happy because she didn't have to be near her. And there was also a workstation, so I could come on and upload all those pictures I sent you guys while I was on the trip. Full Keurig coffee machine. And the coolest thing, and I don't even know if it's in here, but I will show it to you when we get to my video. There was actually 2 showers as well, which I have to show you. So we're going to switch over to the video, but I wanted to show you what it looked like. I'll put all the information in the link here so you can take a look at it. Honestly, very high praise. The guests service people there were phenomenal. This is what the lobby looked like. This was your little check-in. This was the water park area. And there's only one caveat to it, and that is that you have to reserve the time. So you can't just say, oh, let's go to the water park. You have to go on their QR code website, and they give it to you when you check in. But we had no problem. I would imagine over the summer, it's probably harder to get slots that you want. But if you book them ahead of time and you plan, you'll be just fine. And people went and came pretty quickly. And you can see there's a small pool and a nice size hot tub, which was really nice, especially after walking 18 to 25,000 steps in a day. Kids love the water slides, and then of course the little splash ground. So let's go ahead. We'll switch over to my video because I want to show it to you in person. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about our travels. We got into John Wayne Airport, SNA, at around 9:45 in the evening. And for us, that felt like 11:45 because obviously time zone difference. And when we got there, the shuttle picked us up immediately. Took us about 10 minutes to get from the plane to our luggage and then to our shuttle. Super quick, easy, fast. Thing that he said was nice by coming in so late is that there's a lot less traffic on the expressway, so that helped us as well. Now, when we got in, they had everything ready to go for us. We already had our room assignment, and we went and checked in. They were still there. There were 2 people, so we didn't have to go looking for anyone. They were already ready. We ended up in room 513. 13 is my lucky number. And when we first got there, I said, okay, let me go take a look and we'll see how this looks. I was so happy. Number one, after an entire travel day, it was really nice just to get to a space. But there was nice, big, ample closet. There was a good safe that we could put some stuff in. Let me just go ahead and show you this. Yeah, there was an ironing board and iron, of course, if we were going to go out. Straight across from that, those are the bathroom and the double showers. Now, what I liked was that there was one shower with a tub, and then there was a double vanity so that, my daughter and I, or whomever, could all get ready together. Then, as we went over here, there was a commode as well as another shower. Now, this one didn't have a tub, but that was fine, and it worked out really well. They had all the shampoo and conditioners and the body wash right there in the actual shower, so we didn't have to worry about that. One of the things they did say is during the week they do less, like where they come in and change your towels and all of that, which is totally fine because they had a cart that they'd leave extra towels where you could swap them out. There was a microwave, a fridge, which I was very happy about. When we go to Disney World in Florida, we typically will order like Instacart or Target or Walmart and have them deliver some stuff. And we had kind of gone back and forth, not sure if we were going to do that. And then we said, you know what, let's go ahead. And we had the space and we could cook a couple of easy, quick, like breakfast things. Or if the kids came home late night and they were still hungry, we already had snacks ready to go. So right now I'm just kind of getting the lay of land, looking for some light switches. As we looked out, we actually had a view of the Howard Johnson, which is right next to us. And if you go out on the little ledge, and I'll show you that in a minute, we could see Everest, or not Everest. I'm so used to going to Florida. We could see the Matterhorn. There we go. I found the lights. All right, let me turn those on. Now, the other thing I really liked was this room. Like I said, it had the 2 beds plus all of the others. So technically, you could sleep like 6 people. On either side of the little dresser there was actually USB ports, so we could charge all of our phones and our electronics, and I could get my GoPro and my other cameras all charged before we left. The bunk bed, I felt nice and solid. They were really good. They were nothing. I didn't feel like my kids were going to fall out of them. And like I said, there was a workstation, a TV. I mean, it was just exactly what we needed. This area, we thought, oh, we're never going to use it. We actually used it 3 times. It was super nice. We brought food home late one of the nights and we were all starving. So we thought, perfect. So there is our view. And right there, if there were fireworks that night, but it was too windy, that's where we would have seen them. So, I mean, really a cool view. Although I'll be honest, we're not in the room all that much. We want to be out and enjoying. The other thing that was nice was kind of weird too. There is no screen on these doors. So you can see when I open the door, I'm up on the 5th floor. Oh, you can see Matterhorn right there to the left. I could literally go out there, and it was a little scary. So if you have kids, just be cautious. There's no screen. You open it, they're open to the outside. But there were a couple of nights where the winds were beautiful and we were able to just get wonderful breeze right into our room. It was really nice. There we go, a little more light. So let's go ahead and keep going on our tour. All right, so I just want to show you how close this walk is. You literally come out, you go all the way down to where the IHOP is, you cross the street, and you're into the Esplanade, which is the middle area between DCA, Disney California Adventure, and Magic Kingdom. Amazing. So let's take that walk because I think you should see it. It helped me. It was one of those things where I had been there probably 15 years ago, and I didn't know, I was a little worried to have my kids there. I didn't know how things had changed. Now, granted, there are going to be a lot of new updates coming, but this walk is super easy. One thing I just want to mention while we're walking out of the hotel is there is an amazing bistro. They have Starbucks coffee in the mornings and food all day. And the food that they have is great. I would say it's a little less than park costs, but not bad. So you can see there was the hotel. We're walking out. We got to get out to the sidewalk. There is a restaurant right over there to the right called Mimi's. They do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if you're looking for something traditional, like a big breakfast, it's a great place to think about. We did one of the days head to IHOP for breakfast, which, don't get me wrong, it was very good. But for the amount of money that we paid, it was over $100 for breakfast for 4. 2 adults, 2 littles, under 10. So just things to think about. You probably could have spent that in the parks and let your kids have a character breakfast instead. So that would be my personal opinion. So if you're heading there, instead of going to like an IHOP or something else thinking it's going to be less money, just take them to the character breakfast, because at least they get to enjoy that. And it was about the same price when we did that a couple days later. So again, we pulled out of, there's our hotel right there to the left. We're just going to go ahead and walk straight. One of the things that is nice, though, is late at night. There is a Panera Bread. They're open very late. There's the Fairfield. You can see up in the distance, there is a McDonald's. So if you have kids that love just a quick meal here or there, or it was really good for breakfast, on their app, if you use the McDonald's app, you can get like the 30% off if you order through their website. And that does count here. So again, there's another little savings, especially if you're thinking, okay, when we get to the parks, we just want to go. We want to ride rides. We want to meet characters. We don't want to waste time sitting and eating. Although I'll tell you, Disney California, it has some really fun, adventurous food items that I think the next time we go, we're going to try and slow down a little bit, because we got very overzealous and excited about so many new rides, a new park, 2 new parks, all of that. So I think we got so crazy with rides that we didn't take a lot of time to relax. And when we got home, we were all just exhausted. But this McDonald's is open very late. They're very kind. And the food comes out quick and hot. And if there was a mistake, because we had one time there was a mistake, they literally fixed it and gave us extra, and were very accommodating. So we just pulled into McDonald's really quick there. So we're going to keep walking. So again, if I hadn't stopped at McDonald's, we'd be a bit further. But you can see there's additional hotels. So depending on which one you're thinking about staying at, I can't tell you if they're good or not. For me, I can tell you that the hotel we just stayed at, the Marriott, amazing. Absolutely loved it. I stayed at the Fairfield 15 years ago, but again, that was a while ago. So as we're going straight, you can see up and to the right, a bus just turned in. And that is actually where we're going to be walking right into the Disneyland parks. Cool part about this, you can see Guardians of the Galaxy straight ahead. The Matterhorn is right over there. You can see the monorail. It kind of cruises through. The kids get all excited. You see a monorail and it's, yay, ready to go. Lots of Disney buses that take you back to the parking lots. As far as feeling safe and comfortable, for the most part, I felt very, very safe. There were a lot of families there. We did notice that, a lot of the hotel employees were kind of watching at night, keeping an eye on people, making sure everybody was getting where they needed to. And everything was really clean. I mean, there wasn't junk or anything all over sidewalks. You can see it's just a nice, pleasant walk. Where all those people are crossing straight ahead, that's actually where we're going to be crossing, and that will take you right into the Disneyland parks. So again, I would say on a slow day, this maybe took us 10 minutes, and then we had to get through security. So not horrible at all. Super easy. All right, so we are almost there. You can see there's a couple of restaurants. When I was there, oh my gosh, 20 years ago, that Mexican restaurant there used to be called Captain Kids. I don't even know why I remember that. Does anybody remember Captain Kids that was right there? I don't know. I only do because I had taken my little sister at the time, and every time we came back, because Pirates of the Caribbean had been closed that trip for refurbishments, she was like, I'm Captain Kidd. So anyway, good times. So you can see right now, traffic does come through here. So I hope that in the future that they will build walkway systems similar to like Las Vegas, where they don't have to cross over the street. I think that would be so much safer. There wasn't a lot of crazy driving down that street, but every once in a while there'd be somebody who would just be going a little too fast. You do get a pretty good amount of time to cross, although again, just a word of advice, if it says don't cross, don't go, right? This is the entryway. Welcome to Disneyland. Absolutely love it. I'm going to tell you something. I haven't been there in 15 years, but the minute we left after this trip, I said to my husband, so when are we booking another one? I think it was really the surprise for me of all. I love Disney World, Florida. If you've been with my channel for a long time, you know that it is one of my favorite places. So this was a breath of fresh air and a true surprise for me. Now we're going to head through the gates. And again, we were joking because there's all the roses that were white. So we were joking they needed some Alice in Wonderland. Somebody painting the roses red would have been quite funny. But it was so beautiful and it smelled so good walking through there. And you can see there's tons of buses to take you back and forth to parking. There's Space Mountain, which was currently Hyperspace Mountain, which if you haven't done that, you literally need to book a flight out to California to go on Hyperspace Mountain. It was, especially if you like Star Wars, it was amazing. Straight ahead is going to be security. They do have dogs. They have a couple of other things in process. So I'm not going to film that because that's secure. But I will tell you, just have your purses open, have your bags ready. Not a big deal. If you have a clear bag, it even goes faster. But once you're in, as long as you're in the Disney bubble, if you will, you don't have to go through security again. So if I want to go from Disneyland and I want to go on Space Mountain, I want to go over and ride Guardians of the Galaxy on the other side, I don't have to go through security again once I'm through. So that was such a great kind of moment. Like, it was just so easy. So I hope this has helped you a little bit, just so you can get an idea of the distance. I'll be honest with you, it probably was like 10 minutes, 15 minutes total from my room to the front gates. So that to me can't be beat. I mean, there are times at Disney World, I'll wait 20, 30 minutes just to get a bus. So 15 minutes in and out does take a lot of wear and tear on your legs though. So I just want to take a moment and say thank you so much for watching. This has been an amazing 2 months. We just hit 10,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. Thank you all. So if you're not a subscriber, please click on that little picture and subscribe. And then I added some more videos for you to watch. Quite a few from Disneyland from this most current trip. So take care, everybody. See you again soon.